In Street Fighter 6, a safe jump is a knockdown that leaves you advantage and allows you to jump in and block any reversals. You can attack them, but their invincible reversals are too slow to start up. Anytime you knock your opponent down, you can see the advantage on the frame meter. And the magic number for a safe jump is 42. As long as I'm advantaged by 42 frames on knockdown, my opponent cannot wake up with a reversal, and they're forced to block my incoming attacks. 42 is the magic number. Or so I thought. Before we get into this, if you want to learn more about safe jumps, I have a video dedicated completely to learning about safe jumps, why they work, and how to use them. You'll find the link in the description below. In the corner, if we use Heavy Punch and Kensatsu, Crouching Medium Punch, OD Sai, that puts us at exactly 42. And if Kail tries to use his OD Flash Kick, we'll be able to block it in time. We specifically have to use Standing Heavy Punch to start this combo because it spaces us out perfectly to get the 42. Depending on where the OD Sai hits, gives you a different frame advantage. If we use Crouching Heavy Punch into this combo here, that leaves us at plus 43. That is 1 frame to advantage, and we will miss the jump in. But what about Forward Hard Punch? If we use Forward Hard Punch and do the same combo, we're at 41 frames of advantage. Anytime we have less frame advantage, we can still make a connection with the opponent, but things start to get a little weird. Kail's Flash Kick is a 6-frame reversal, which actually, this still works as a safe jump. Not only that, but he still can't press a button or take any other action. But whereas Kail's OD Flash Kick has 6 frames of startup, Kail's Light Flash Kick has 5 frames of startup. Not only does it have 5 frames of startup, but it has air invincibility. If we do the 42 advantage knockdown, we can safe jump this. But if we use the 41 knockdown, we actually cannot safe jump it. Now you might notice I used the neutral jump rather than a forward jump because Kail's Flash Kick moves him forward. So if you do the forward jump, it actually avoids. But Ryu goes straight up in the air for his light DP while also being 5 frame startup. So if I move forward against Ryu, he can DP me out of this safe jump. And that's because it's not a pure 42. A pure 42, he cannot use his 5 frame DP to beat that out. But if I use the 41 kind of safe jump, he can beat it out. Now, you might ask me, why is it important to know the difference between the 41 and the 42? If we have the 42, why not just use the 42? Because we know how powerful safe jumps are, and we have ways to go into safe jumps and get big damage off of them. Different sequences and different knockdowns will get us different advantage. Even situations that look similar might give us different frame advantage. After a wall splat, if we use OD Go into OD Ankin, if the Go Satsu hits once, twice, or 3 times, we get different frame advantage. And if we want that safe jump, we have to frame kill with a button. Depending on how that hits, determines what button we press to frame kill. You might know the information, but your opponent might not know the difference between the 3. Having more information could be the difference between you getting hit and them making a forced error. A lot of the casts have a 6-frame OD reversal, and Cammy, like a lot of the casts, have 5-frame light DPs. This means if you use a 41 frame advantage jump in and they call it out, they can beat you out for it. But what if your opponent's reversal options are all slow? Someone posted in my Discord this thread on Reddit, and it says, against Zangief, a 36 knockdown is a special safe jump that not only beats any reversal, but automatically avoids his level 3, unlike the 42 safe jump. Gief's double lariat isn't invincible on startup, but his level 3 is invincible and has a 1-frame startup on his grab, so you can't jump after the flash. But this special safe jump allows you to hit Zangief although high up and still jump after the screen flash, while also stuffing his double lariat. And you can do all of this with only a 36 advantage knockdown. This got me thinking, what other characters have special safe jumps like this? If a character has a 6-frame reversal, we can safe jump it with a 42 knockdown. 42 also works with a 5-frame reversal. Not every character has this. The only character in the game that has a 4-frame reversal is Lily, but this requires her to have a Windclad stack. So other than Lily, 42 is the magic number. But 41 as a knockdown also covers 6-frame reversals, just loses to 5-frame reversals. So 42 works for a 5-frame, 41 works for a 6-frame, so that means a 40-frame should work for a 7-frame. Yes. In theory, for every frame slower your opponent's reversal is, you have 1 extra frame advantage leniency. The only downside to this is that if they move forward, they go under. But you can negate this by just neutral jumping. So in the case of Honda level 1, when you try to safe jump, you'll actually go under them. If you neutral jump instead, you'll stay on the same side. Now you might want to talk about Honda's OD headbutt. being 9 frames. And safe jumps typically do not work on Hana's headbutt. This is because of the armor. But you can mitigate this by using a light attack, or if you have a knockdown that pushes you out, you can use a lighter attack. In this example here, this will not work because you're too close. But remember, when Hana is burnt out, he doesn't have access to his OD headbutt. So if 40 works for a 7 frame, then 39 should work with an 8 frame. Bingo. Now again, if we try to jump forward, we notice we leave the corner. So for these safe jumps, I would advise you to use a neutral jump. Blanca has a 7 frame OD up ball. But if he's burnt out, his only option is to level 1. That's his quickest reversal. Same is true for Cammy. The quickest reversal she has in burnout is 9 frames. Her level 1 is 9 frames, as well as her level 3. But just remember, Cammy has that 5 frame. Bison's a good example. Only his SA attacks have invincibility on them. His SA1 is 10 frames, and his SA3 is also 10 frames. If 42 works with 5 frames, 41 works with 6 frames, 40 works with 7, 39 works with 8. That means 37 should work with 10. Juri has a lot of knockdowns that are plus 37. Her light and medium Fuhajin, her light 10 Senrin, and enhanced Go Osatsu all will give you the same frame advantage. So let's test this theory out. Unfortunately, he goes underneath. But if we neutral jump, safe. Just to test the level 3, let's jump in. Probably will go under. There we go. And to test the neutral jump, let's do that as well. Safe. So if 37 works with 10, 36 should fail. This is actually one of those rare cases where Juri can get a 37 mid-screen and still get a safe jump off of this sequence that we all use. Ed is another character that has really slow reversals. Ed's light DP is 10 frames, but most Ed players are going to be using OD reversal, which is 13 frames. The same thing goes for his SA1. It's 13 frames, and his quickest super is 10 frames. So in this situation here, you can safe jump Ed. And last but not least goes Aki. Aki's quickest reversal is going to be 10 frames with her level 1. As well as her level 3, which is also 10 frames. Off of this knockdown here, we can safe jump. Having more information than your opponent will always give you an advantage. What do you know that they don't know that they don't know? This video was not to show you all the options, rather than to give you an idea of what is possible. So go out there and test and find things that work for you. Share the information and let's all get better at Juri. If you learned anything in this video, make sure to support the channel by liking the video and commenting below. And I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday on Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you'll join me in one of those streams. Thanks for watching, and tell your loved ones that you love them. Have a good one.